I'm not for no reason again. I just felt like doing another stream this week. I don't think I'm gonna do the stream tomorrow, but you know, I just figured I would do something Friday night. Spend the whole day cleaning, so let's do some stream. Let's see a few things. All right. Hello, Boris. And how are you? I don't have severance tonight, so I can't do anything. Right? I I have nothing better to do than not the stream. Talking about cloud or talking about random stuff that people want to talk about. Yeah. I just figured I would do a random stream. I know I know it's not acceptable. The series should not. Yeah, but now I want to know what happens next, right? So I would have really preferred the ending to be just like, hmm, but it's not. They were like, okay, we're gonna do something like awesome, and now you're gonna have to guess what happens next. Uh, yeah, it's been a long week. I took the day off to clean today. Spent the whole day cleaning. Wasn't fun. I know, right? I don't know what's up with that. Stop spoiling it for other people who are watching the stream. I'm kidding. Hope you had a good week. Hope everybody else had a good week. Had a long week. Tomorrow, next week, I have another long week doing a hackathon with Microsoft. Data warehouse hackathon project through work. Kind of training hackathon. The hackathon is an excuse for the training, so we'll see how that goes. But it's 3 days out of 4, so doesn't leave a lot of days for work. It's not my week. It's not my week. It's not my week. Yeah, it's not my week for patching. I did write a gigantic PowerShell script to make patching easier, though, for work. So now everybody uses it, and it's very easy because it doesn't take much work. Yeah, patching sucks. Do the Yeah, that sounds amazing. What dab? What are we talking about? Do you want a dab? Like, I don't even. I'm too old. I can't do these things. I've been 25 for a few years now, so can't do these things anymore. I'm old. Build some more flowers for the background right here. I I I'm really looking forward to the new flowers they're releasing this month in May 1st. Yeah, tell that to my buddy. Yep. I take meds now, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm too tired. I used to go clubbing like weekly. I used to go like out almost every night. Not necessarily like partying, but things like that. Is that the ISS? It is this right here. Yep. I'm trying to do a Lego background. That's the every. It's hard to point. That's the everyone is awesome one. Those are like the roses, the tulips, and this one I just got, the flower bouquet that I'm still putting together. What else do I have? And I have the bonsai right here. So yeah, yeah. I know. I hate being old. I just don't want to do anything anymore. I'm like, you know what? I will hang out with my dogs. That's as good as I want. And filament. Where did it go? Yeah, right here. That's PLA. I just tried ABS earlier. It really is a pain. It has to be very hot, and it just doesn't. The build plate says, oh, you can go up to 120 degrees Celsius for the build plate. After an hour, it still wasn't there, so I just gave up. Um, I'm trying to make a cloud vase for these. We'll see how that comes out. It says it's gonna take 3 days to print. That's crazy. Yeah, I've been trying to do. I've never played with ABS before. the The thing I love about ABS is that you can expose it to. I know the words. I know the word, but every time, what is the thing? Nail polish remover, whatever, and it will work. It will smooth it out. Resin is fun. Actually, and it's not really official stuff. It's not official gear. I need a box for work. So I made a mold, a negative acetone. Thank you. Made a negative, then I made a mold of it. And then I filled it with resin, and the result is at work. It's actually very fun to play with resin. Do I have anything with resin? Something to that effect. Little box. And that's a resin lid. It didn't really turn out great. Plus, there's parts that are, if you don't mix the resin right, you get like it becomes soft. So I'm gonna play with that. I'm gonna play with soft resin. That's gonna be an interesting experiment. So yeah, resin is fun. Well, I think that's all I have in resin. Yeah, I have to make an Azure in resin. Thank you. Cloud. Yeah. Yeah, I saw your tweet. Yeah, about the free tiers. Yeah, I think those free tiers are just ready to get you in. Honestly, they I hate that it's like a 30-day free tier and like 12 months free tier, but it's really not something you would really use. It's like, oh, it's free, but it's not really enough to be useful. And so that's how they get you. Um, but I would say it's cheap enough that it's affordable for enough people. There are people for whom it's unaffordable. But my bill is like $5 a month for Azure. That's to run a website and Azure Functions and serverless and things like that. So, yep. Oh shit! Thank you. I did the 30-day free trial. That's how they get you, right? The 30-day free trial, and I have to cancel it, otherwise they're gonna bill me per user for $6 a month. So I need to do that. Domain services. Okay. Yeah. It's tough. It's. I wish they had an easy way to. They need to have a sandbox mode where you can just say, when you create your resources, you say this is gonna expire at this time, right? And I say this is gonna cost you X amount of dollars to use it for this time, and then after this time it gets removed. Um, I did write a script to do something like this for some resources, um, so that it would just look at a tag, like it would create the resources, then schedule a job, and then the job will look at tags saying when does this resource expire, and we'll delete it through the Azure Automation account. But I wish that Azure had that built in where you can have a time to live for each resource and delete them. It's crazy. It's really for companies. That's the thing that bothers me, is that they aim cloud services truly at companies, and they really need to do a better job at students and um, individuals. So, um, well, PowerShell ISC, if that's what you mean by default, is no longer supported. It is only receiving security updates. So I do not use PowerShell ISC. I use VS Code. I used to use PowerShell Studio because I mean, the company paid for it. I actually paid for it once, um, because it allowed you to really do nice things when it came to software packaging. Um, so yeah, if you go on Koopy and you download the executable, it's been packaged through PowerShell Studio, so I like it. I don't remember the previous Azure logo. Um, I do like the new one. I'm trying to make it in resin. Another one of my goals with resin and 3D printing, but you know, I don't see it a lot. In all honesty, I don't see the Azure logo a lot. I'm thirsty, but I can't drink on camera. Ah. It's been a long week. That's been a long week. I actually never use the mobile app. Like, I have it, but I never use it. I don't have a need for it. Um, but who knows? You only drink what you can see through. What? Oh, you can see through this one. You can see through this one. That's you know, clear enough. French vodka. I don't really drink that. Um, but yeah, more of an other clear, transparent liquid person myself from the Caribbeans. Um, yeah, I just don't know what the rules on YouTube are with like alcohol and things like that. Um, so I try not to say or drink it, uh, just because I don't want them to be like, "Hey, you can't be part of the partner program or whatever." Um, yeah, it's crazy. I noticed that they put ads on my videos, but I make no money out of it. It's very upsetting. No, that they put. Yeah, yes, the other one. You're correct. I'm not gonna put it up, but you're correct, Boris. Um, uh, anyway, yeah, I've been thinking about that video about intro to machine learning and how we'll try to make it the same way as the one on infrastructure as code. Um, this one didn't really do so well though, but who cares? Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes you put a lot of effort to a video and then it just doesn't do great. And then sometimes you have videos you put zero effort into and it's like, wow, this was amazing. It's a game of chance to an extent until I figure it out. It's a game of chance. But yeah, So yeah, that machine learning intro, I try to aim my videos towards like non-experts, or try to get it for people who are not familiar with the topic. So kind of surprised by how poorly this video did, but oh well. Yeah, I'm looking at the data. Analytics. I don't know why my computer is extremely slow when it streams. Everything looks fine. Yeah. Oh well. I got another camera the other day. Oh, it's hanging. I'm gonna have to kill a few things. Electron, you don't need to be here, I hope. Alright, Cura, you don't need to be here either. Steam, you don't need to be here. Okay, hopefully it's gonna be better. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I got another camera, but it's crap. I was like, I'm gonna get a camera dedicated so I can do streaming, but this one doesn't even focus or anything. I you should join anytime you want. Um, anyone who wants to join can join. Um, but yeah, the why is it lagging? Well, I see it there. It's lagging. I don't know why. Yeah, I need to buy. If I have the money one day, I'm just gonna make a computer dedicated to streaming, so I can just have nothing on there. For some reason, this one is just behaving oddly. 29%, 22% view. Okay. All right. I'm just looking at the video over there, trying to see when it ever catches up. Uh, you know what? I've been wanting to do this, and I mean, not that I have anything exciting to share, uh, but I'm gonna show my stats. I'm gonna show my YouTube stats. We'll look through that together tonight. Friday night, looking at stats. That's fun. You can't access my screen. Why can't you access my screen? I wouldn't go that far. The nightclub I used to go to in Boston has been destroyed. So yeah, yep. They've torn down the bowling place that I used to go to as well. All that to make condos. Not even condos, actually apartments. It's just it bothers me. Non-cloud related topic that bothers me, but let's just say there's other non-cloud related topic that bother me even more. But this one bothers me a lot. Is this happening? I'm trying to quit things and it just. Oh, it's code? Is it code? Just code? It's just code. Which club? The club was called Machine. That was a good club. They had fun stuff. They had a very nice themed event. Um, the other club I went to in Boston, ah, I think it's Royale. Royale was a fun club too. Though there was a creepy guy who was just like trying to dance with us, and we're like, no. And we just basically had to walk all over the dance floor. And then we actually had to go to the second floor for him to stop chasing us. It was very creepy. Um, Not fun, but yeah. So I only went there once, but it was a nice looking club. I'm trying to improve the streaming, but when I see it here, it's just for some reason it's telling me that I can't share my screen. But was there an update? Oh well, I guess we'll talk about cloud until I figure out, or clubbing or whatever until I figure out what in the world is happening. You know what I've been trying to do lately? I've been trying to blog, but I never get around to finishing or publishing the articles. I just don't like hash nodes. It just, oh, it's just completely frozen now. All right, if you can hear me, I'm going to completely kill Chrome and come back in the stream in like 2 seconds. Um, because this is just getting ridiculous. All right, I'll be back in a second. And I'm back. Hopefully this is better. Sorry about that. It's being stupid for some reason. Okay. Yeah, no, okay. So what I was saying about Hashnode is the thing I don't like about it is that you can write code, but it's all unformatted, which makes no sense to me for something that's really aimed towards developers who would probably write about code. So why is that not a thing? At the very least, the minimum feature I would like to have that I actually loved in Wix is the ability to just put an HTML snippet. That's it. Little HTML code snippet to have the formatting, because then you can use another tool to copy and paste the code formatted the way you want it to. Why not? Why is that not a thing? All right. Let me see if I can share my screen now. Because I used to do blogging for PowerShell on a weekly basis on a um, different site when I had my company. And hey, Caesar. But I um I didn't want to spend $400 for it, and I decided to just not renew it, and then they killed my blog. Um, but the thing I learned is that if you want to start a company, right, don't do things as the company, because companies are faceless, even though you are the face of the company. Whew. All right, we can look at some analytics. I just figure we'll just look at that. It's it's interesting. I don't see people showing the raw data, so I don't know why, but I'll show it. It's interesting to look at. Uh, yeah, 4.5 thousand views last month. It's crazy that 231 hours were watched on this channel, like in the past 24 days. 28 days is just mind blowing. No, I don't. I think for a software aimed, a blogging platform aimed at developers, it falls very short of what I would expect. Um, there are nice features like integration with GitHub and things like that, but watching Scream, if you hear Scream. Yep. They're watching Scream downstairs, so if you hear screaming or cursing or whatever, that's what's happening. But anyway, yeah, Hashnode, I think it's just it has a lot of potential. I think the idea is great. I think the code part is just the thing that bothers me. The fact that you can't have code formatting. You can even have it in GitHub, but you can't have it in Hashnode. Ugh. I just don't like unformatted code. It's just so hard to read. I know I'm a snob, but whatever. All right. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody's seen that data. It's very interesting. There's stuff I don't like that you can't do, so I had to write my own script. Huh? Look at that, little tiny typo. Google subscript that dash Sean. I don't even know how to say it. Subscription dash tabs or spaces. You know what? My answer to tabs or spaces is yes. You should be able to type tabs and it should be stored as spaces. That's how I see it. I'm not doing the whole like space for time thing. That's ridiculous. But in terms of keeping the formatting correct everywhere and preventing issues with foreign characters and things like that, I would say spaces. But yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. Um, I've just been thinking about this question since I watched Silicon Valley. I did not know that was a debate. Um, but you know, it's one of those stupid debates. Um, Look at that. Most people who watch this channel are not subscribed. Crazy, right? Viewer gender. Can we see? Oh, look at that. 7%. Woo. 365 is probably less. 7.6. Wow. It is like that for most channel. Um, I'm not upset at my male audience. Um, that being said, my female audience doesn't like it as much, which is less than my male audience. And so it's interesting the insight you have that Google has on the viewers, right? Like 18 to 24-year-olds. Curious if they can break it down even further down. I'm sure they can break it down further down. Hello, Ken. There isn't nearly enough females in tech. That's true. Yeah, it's weird being the only female in the room when you know when you have meetings. It's like you're always the only female. Not that it really. I think having females in the room doesn't matter too much because yeah, ultimately we're all judged on our technical skills. But I think the thing that does matter is that it behaviors change when women are in the room, and I think it it would help to have some behaviors change and force people to be aware of certain behaviors they have towards female coworkers. But yeah, I think we need to have more female people. I did have a boss. I did have big bosses that were females. Um, I had one boss that was female. I had my boss's boss that was female. I have her boss. I had her boss that was female too. Um, yeah, yeah. No, it's a different experience, but I think it's a different experience with every single manager too. Um, but yeah, we need to stop turning down women in tech. I think it's what are with these hyphens? Like I don't know if you can see play L dash ist. Like what's up with that? What's up with that? Come on, Google. You can do better. Um, but yeah, we need to stop turning down women who do tech. Um, it's just always have to prove themselves. I have to prove myself very often, and it's funny because I have to prove myself often to my coworkers, and at the same time, when I say, "Hey, look, I have to work extra hard to prove themselves," everybody's like, "Oh, but that's not what I intended out of this." And it's like, well, I know. I hope that you don't expect women to prove themselves more, but that's what you're doing. There's a lot of unconscious biases that people don't see. I'm sure women do it too. Right? It's not just men. It's been proven that women also have biases. Where am I? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong mouse. But anyway, you heard about Pluto? That's messed up. Yeah, we've been on the psych binge lately, so that's fun. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do these lights. Every time I say I'm gonna do these lights, I'm gonna do these lights. They're right here. I don't know. They're under my name right here. But, yeah. I'm very disappointed by this camera. I had high hopes for a nice camera. Now I have to use my phone. Can't believe my iPhone is the best camera that I can find so far. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Anyway, I think this is gonna be a short one. Um, yeah. I'm gonna go back to. Am I not doing the streams tomorrow? I don't know. I do not know if I'm going to be doing them. I don't know if I feel like doing any work tomorrow. If they happen, you will just be notified last second that Caroline started the stream. Um, I will not. Yeah, I don't know. And no, I'm not doing any warehouse work. I'm not working this weekend. So okay. It's just gonna be a long weekend, and long weekend full of laziness. Perhaps I may do a stream if I have another camera. Well, basically another iPhone, work iPhone. I'm gonna use the old one. That yeah, I might use this one. I might have to charge it tonight. But yeah, I might do a stream like while recording that machine learning video, just to show people how much crap gets edited out of the videos. Um, but yeah, um, yeah, I don't know. I honestly have no guarantee on anything I will do tomorrow at 1. My dog has a grooming appointment. She really needs it. But yeah, I feel like I deserve it too. That being said, I am way behind on my certification goals for the years. I honestly suck. When I say I suck at studying, I'm not. I'm not exaggerating. I am a good learner, but a horrible student. Um, so I have to take those certifications. I have to take Terraform by the end of the month. So that's gonna be fun. I haven't started studying that. Not that I have to. I just have a free voucher from HashiCorp, so I might as well just do it. Because worst case I fail, and at least I took it. But yeah, yeah. No, I'm probably gonna do a stream one of these days. Maybe when I record that video, maybe not. About like recording of videos. I'm definitely not gonna do a stream about my editing process because that's just that's just bad. That's nothing good. Um, it's 5 to 10 hours of editing, so very boring. I wanted to do a stream on Terraform. I wanted to do it honestly, and I wanted to do that last week. But the problem, there's not good Terraform material that is consumable in the same way that Microsoft Learn is. Um, it's like a lot of video instructions and things like that, and it's not really like a structured learning. It's very like, hey, here's the documentation, here's a video explaining what Terraform is, and here's like some example of Terraform code, as opposed to like Microsoft was really like purposeful about making you learn all that stuff. So I, I may do a stream teaching what I know of Terraform. I actually thought about it for tonight, but I was too lazy to just do anything. Monday, I am definitely going to do that neural network stream in PowerShell. It's a dumb idea, but you know what? I'll do it. Not the doing thing. It's just PowerShell is a very inappropriate language for machine learning. That's the dumb idea part. But yeah, yeah. And then there's a provider. Yeah, and honestly, all I use is Azure. So yeah, I don't know. I think AWS is just not. They've been the best for a long time, and they've forgotten that um be afraid of the customer, right? The whole Jeff Bezos um mantra should be having night terrors about your customer not being happy. um so I think they've forgotten about that, and I think they will learn soon um that that Microsoft is really on their heels, and way more than they think they will be. I'm sure some of it has to do with the way Microsoft treats their warehouse employees, but yeah, AWS. Um, yeah, AWS is still very much in demand. They're still number one. They're still like the thing that people think about when they think cloud. But I think this is waning. The Microsoft is going to take over. It makes AWS in a non-software um, in a non-software context makes less sense than Azure, in my opinion. Um, software engineers. The thing is, when you have software engineers who build applications on cloud, they build with AWS because they know about AWS, and it's very for developers. They don't care. But now you're getting into uh, the field where IT is coming in. IT is coming in. IT infrastructure is coming in, and that's not good enough. APIs and all that stuff is no longer good enough to do the work. Um, you are dealing with people who are not developers and can put complicated systems together, but they're not gonna code it. And now that IT is really pushing their infrastructure to the cloud, so they don't have to maintain servers and patch cables and all that stuff, you're going to see a shift. Microsoft is really made for IT people, so it's gonna push. That's my professional non-expert opinion on the cloud market. I'm a cloud professional, but I'm not an expert on the cloud market. So, yeah, yeah, exactly. Lift and shift. That's what everybody wants. Nobody wants to recreate things in the cloud, right? Well, I mean, there's recreating that's going to happen anyway, but it's not going to be. It's going to be like boom, users connect um, to server, copy the image, right? Vmotion, whatever, databases, copy. Like it's I can let Boris answer this one, but I will answer it as well. Um, I think I have a video about that, AWS versus Azure, and really my personal answer about which one you should choose. It depends on your goals. If you want to have a job, if your goal is to have a job, choose AWS. Um, which is that simple. If your goal is to have a job with as little technical learning in terms of programming, choose Azure. But again, look at your area, see what has the most people, most demand. Do that. Most demand means like there's um, a need for it, and if you have little demand, then means you probably can negotiate a higher salary for it. Um, that being said, if you're new, I don't know how much you can negotiate up. Um, yeah, exchange an AG in less than 4 hours exactly. Yeah, it's just um, so true. Like just connect them and be like, hey, do your thing, and like, yay. So yeah, I agree. I think it's oversaturated. Everybody's thinking that's what I was saying. Like you think cloud, you think Amazon, you think AWS, and I think that's really the main reasoning why AWS has the market share that it does. It's really a PR from Amazon. Plus, I think also there's Microsoft doesn't necessarily have the best reputation, right? Like until recently, my take on Microsoft was every other product they release is pure garbage, right? They did what was it, 98 or Millennium? They did 98, great. Windows 98, great. Windows Millennium, bad. Windows XP, amazing. Windows Vista, crap. Windows 7, amazing. Windows 8, crap. Windows 10, amazing. That was the Microsoft pattern. I think it really cost them a lot of 98 and then 98 SC. Yeah, okay. Honestly, this period of time for me is a little bit hazy. I did not follow software. 98, I was young. Let's just say that. I was still in school in 98. Um, but yeah, I think also, I think one thing that plays a role into what technology to choose, and maybe that's the only advice I can give you, is choose the technology that you enjoy, right? Because if you're doing it for the sake of doing it, you're not going to want to put effort into it on the side. You're not going to want to put effort into figuring out new things and playing and exploring. um but it's if you're not, just choose something that you're interested in. Yes, no, I mean, it's true. Like, Apple OS is great because it doesn't have to work on anything but Apple hardware. 100% true. But you know, they did make every other product bad. So yeah, no, but I think Microsoft is a good company, and Linux. I'm not gonna talk about Linux. I don't know anything about Linux, but you know, Linux also has to work on all hardwares. I miss graduating high school. I miss high school. High school was great. High school was fun. I would say when I graduated at high school, but if I do, then I will betray my age. I don't want to do that. I don't want people to know how old I am. I don't even want my own family to know how old I am. Keep telling them I'm 25. My grandmother is 19, so that's funny. Friday. I really hope I can find a new show that I can watch. I was watching Shawshank Redemption before this. Not a show, but you know, Last Man on Earth is a good show if you're looking for something to watch. Um, it it would have done better had it not been canceled right before the pandemic. I think early 30s. Yeah, very late mid, very very late 20s. Yes, Josh Brolin. What is the show called? You know what? Don't tell me. Just don't tell me. Because I have this bad habit when I work from home to put shows in the background when I work, and usually 99.9% of the time I put shows that I've watched 15 times because I can just put them as background. Like I don't need to see them. I just know what's happening, right? I don't have to be caught up. So yeah, I think the next one might be Burn Notice again. I just finished The Magician. I don't know where I can find Stargate. Stargate is also a good one that I like watching. That was my comfort show when I was a kid. There weren't that many American series in France, so yeah. Hello, Mr. 11. Speaking of which, I'm really looking forward to Stranger Things this summer. May, actually, they're coming out in May. Stranger Things Part One. So yeah, yeah. I don't know what's the temperature here. It's hot. Let me tell you. This office is under the roof, as you can see, and during the day, usually it's um it's in the mid to high 80s. Huh. It's funny. The other day on Wednesday there was a problem at work where there was the heater on, and and the facilities team had to send an email saying, "Hey, we're sorry, the software for the HVAC is an HVAC." I didn't actually. What does HVAC stand for? Because not everybody's necessarily American. So air, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So software for the HVAC wasn't working, and so it was hot in the building. And then when I came in the office the next day, my boss was like, "Hey, so what's up with like the whole heat thing? Like, it's was it like hot in here?" And I was like, "Dude, like my office is in the very high 80s, so unless it goes above that, I don't notice. I don't notice the heat. Like, sorry." It was like, "Did you not come in yesterday?" I'm like, "Yes, I did come in, but like I said, this is 80 degrees or 90 degrees. I don't feel it." It's crazy. Now, if it's cold, I will feel it. Hate the cold. Yes, Stranger Things. Stranger Things is awesome. I did not want to watch it at first. There's a lot of shows that I'm like, I don't want to watch this show. It sounds horrible, and I will not watch this show. Um, one of which was Schitt's Creek, and it was just great. Last Man on Earth, great. But my family, on the other end, does the same thing to me. They're like, "Nah, we don't want to watch the shows you like. They're not. Yeah, we don't trust your taste." But every time they watch the shows I like, they're like, "Ooh, this is good." What was it? White Collar, Sherlock. Um, what else? Psych, Arrested Development. So many shows that I keep recommending, and they're like, "Nah, we don't want to watch that." Schitt's Creek is great. I feel like I'm in America where you can't get um you can't drink alcohol. It's not allowed. I'm not getting drunk. I'm not drunk, just so we're clear. Ozark. You know what? It's another one that I do not want to watch. That I don't think I will be interested. But I'm pretty sure that I will enjoy this show. But I don't want more shows to enjoy. You know, I do like what is it, Jason Bateman. So yeah, he's a good guy. Well, at least in movies. I don't know him outside of movies. These streams are fun. They're tough. I have problems with my vocal cords, and these streams take their toll, their physical toll on my vocal cords. I'm gonna. I had a few surgeries on my vocal cords, and we had a permanent, a few temporary surgeries, and then one permanent one. And I was like, yeah, everything's great. But now that I do streams and I speak for like hours on end, I may have to go back to the speech therapist. I don't like it. She gives me work. She gives me homework. I'm an adult. I shouldn't have to do homework. Yeah, it's really a role that doesn't seem like it's made for him, right? But he's very good at roles that are not made for him. And yeah, it's yeah. I'll watch it. I promise I will watch it. I can't promise when, but yeah. Yeah, he keeps doing that. He keeps just taking on roles that you're like, why, buddy? You're not. That's not you. And then yeah. That being said, I'm sure the writing and the show and the editing and the directing has something to do with that. But still, I don't want to get sucked in. It's over, right? I hope it's over because then I can get sucked in and watch it all to the end and not wait like Severance for another season. Ted Lasso also good show. Good show. That Ted Lasso is like a solid like 1,000 out of 10. It's like what did he say? Like he's in a show full of kindness and okay. He's in a show full of kindness and soccer, and that's really everything that Americans hate. I like that. All right, cool. Season finale, and great. So I'll be able to binge watch it. Afterlife, okay, that's always great. What is Afterlife? Where is it? It's dark comedy. It's a British dark comedy, so it's even better. With Ricky Gervais, Netflix. All right, cool. Premiere in March. Okay. All right. Afterlife it is. That sounds good. That sounds. No, I'm just saying it says dark comedy here. It's comedy, but that's dark humor, right? Because it's about death, I'm assuming. Yeah, so what does The Good Place, is it considered dark comedy too? It's a fantasy one. Cool. I'm gonna have to record more TikToks. I'm trying. I'm trying this whole TikTok thing. I'm getting old for these stuff. Why is there so many social medias? Upload was very fun. Upload is great. Yeah. I'm hmm. I'm interested in the ramification of the mask thing. Hello, welcome on this stream where we talk about anything but cloud. No, we've talked about cloud. Don't go there. Don't go on TikTok. Don't go on TikTok. It's evil. It will suck you right in. It's great though. I discovered I have ADHD from TikTok. I was diagnosed from. I mean, I still have to go see a licensed psychologist to get diagnosed, but so far the meds work great. You want to know if you have any like diseases you haven't been diagnosed with? Go to TikTok. It's it's interesting. But yeah, this whole mask thing. Um, yeah, it's terrifying. Turns so many people gay and diagnose people with autism and ADHD and yeah. But yeah, the whole mask thing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't I don't think it's a good idea for one person to own a platform like that. I as much as he wants to do good, I feel like if one person owns the place for free speech, right? Then it's only that person's rules that that matter, right? So I mean, I don't agree with his ideas of on free speech, but I also, I mean, not that Twitter is no, doing a perfect job either. Neither is Facebook, but so that story. What happened? Here's my summary of what I read. Um, they decided to. I mean, he got like 9%, and he was like, "Hey, I'm the biggest shareholder." Then they were like, "Oh, come on the board." And he was like, "Nah, I don't feel like it." Then he was like, "I'm gonna buy the whole thing, because I can." And then the board said that um, um, then the board was like, "Hey, no, we're gonna what is it? They call it a poison pill, but I don't know what this means exactly. But yeah, it doesn't apply to private corporations. But the thing is, like, free speech is just so it's a in my opinion, it's a gray area. If if you could have free speech where everybody could present their ideas and be respectful and not direct hate or violence towards other people, I'm fine. I don't support Nazis, but if they want to express themselves, why not? But if you get into the whole like, oh, now I'm going to express hate towards other people and I'm going to be hateful and I'm going to insult other people and I'm going to do all this anonymously because then I have no consequences in my life, then that's where I draw the line. I think not all ideas and all forms of expressions are worth listening to. Good morning. I hope you're having a good morning where you are. What is it, 10 a.m.? I'm assuming. I'm just going to say, if you said good morning, you're 12 hours ahead of me. Um, I have a coworker who's 12 hours ahead of me. It's very annoying because I feel like I'm eating up his evenings every time I talk to him. 7:44. Okay, that's a bit nicer a time difference. But I have a coworker who's like 12 hours ahead of me, and 7:44. That's India, right? It's the only time zone I know that's like a half hour uh, difference. But um, Europe? Am I missing something? Where's Europe? No, I know where Europe is. Where in Europe is it 74? Okay. Okay. Um, yeah. Um, I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was talking about. We're talking about free speech. Then we went. I was gonna go on a different topic, but yeah. Oh well. I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, join it. Oh yeah, I have work coworker who's 12 hours ahead of me, and every time he's like, "Oh, let's meet at 10 a.m. my time," and it's like, why are you taking a meeting at like 10 p.m.? Like I can do earlier, because like every time these people just sacrifice their evenings to be on the same time zone as us, and it's like sometimes other he's in I think he's either in Hong Kong or the Philippines. Um, so I feel like sometimes Americans need to wake up early and take calls from Asia, right? Let's uh let's be fair with one another, right? Sometimes we sacrifice their evenings, and sometimes we sacrifice our mornings. Um, yeah, it's tough. The 6 hours difference is tough. 12 hours difference is even tougher. Um, but yeah, it's tough. You know what sucks? The one thing that sucks for working for a European corporation in the United States is that they are 6 hours ahead of you. So basically, there's only 2 hours overlap in your day where they're not really, where you're both working and you can work together without going outside of your hours. And the thing that sucks is like you do things and then you I mean you wake up and then they've done a whole day's worth of work by the time you get there. And then you're like, then what's left for me to do, right? And then you have the opposite where it's like, I need something from you. So now I'm going to ask you to do something. I'm going to wait until the next day for you to do it. And yeah, and that's my one thing that I don't like about working for a European company. The whole to wait 24 hours before I can actually do anything myself because, you know, time delay and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the long weekend. We have Monday off in Boston. Apparently, it's a Massachusetts holiday, Patriots Day. Massachusetts and Maine. Yeah, it's just a Massachusetts holiday. Massachusetts and Maine. I don't. You know what? I used to, and I mean, probably because you're a manager, you have to do extra work. When I moved to Puma, I used to work like, I had weeks where I was like 80 hours a week and all that stuff. Sometimes I have had times, I mean, a university type of thing, where there were days where I would come up to work at 7 a.m. and leave at 4 a.m. Just like big days like this. But when I moved to Puma, I was like, you know what? No. Like, unless unless somebody is dying or somebody is there's an important deadline, I am not doing that. Because the thing I noticed is like, okay, well, I work a ton because the thing that bothers me is like we have this whole culture where you have to dedicate, you have to go above and beyond. But the thing they don't tell you with going above and beyond is that once you set that benchmark, you are this is no longer above and beyond, right? Once you go above and beyond continuously, it is no longer above and beyond. So if you work 12 hours a day, and it's not just a Boris thing, but it's a general thing. If you work 12 hours a day on average, or ish 10 hours a day on average, 5 days a week, 50 hours, and that's now your benchmark for your productivity. And so in order to go above that and excel when you do your goals, you now have to go to 11 hours and then 12 and then 13, and then it just doesn't stop. So I was like, you know what, because like the pay raise, the merit increases that I got were like between 1 and 3%. The one was like you basically met expectation, and 3% you exceeded expectation. And it wasn't worth it. Look, if you have 100, if you make $100,000, right, just to pick a round number, that's like $3,000. That's not that's a few $100s a month, but it's not, it doesn't make that much a difference the more money you get, right? So it's, I was like, no, I am not doing that. I'm not going. Um, I'm not going to do that. That was the best thing about moving company and going to Puma, and it was the ability to break that cycle of going above and beyond as the basic benchmark of my performance. And I feel like now I do go above and beyond on a more healthy basis where I will like, I don't check my emails on a regular basis outside of work. I have a different phone, and I go above and beyond when there's really a major need for it. If I'm gonna be late delivering stuff, I'm gonna be late delivering stuff. I'm sorry. And yeah, and then it comes out of sorry, that's the wrong one. Yeah, and then it comes out of your kid's time. That's the takes out of your life, right? You basically sacrificing your life, even if you don't have kids. Um, sacrificing their lives. You're sacrificing others for going above and beyond. So yeah, yeah. But the problem is you can't do it. It's a vicious cycle, you know. And you don't take vacation. You need to take vacation. Like, use it. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you understand. But yeah, it's tough. But we'll have job openings at Puma. You should come. Uh, yeah, yeah. Go. Corporate cultures in the U.S. is kind of messed up. I think France just voted the right to not be contacted by work after hours, so that's good. I think Germany already had that, so that's good. Yeah, I don't think this whole vacation time being like you can add more vacation the next year should be a thing. I think everybody should lose their vacation every year, just to be like, you're gonna, you have to take a break. You have to take a break. And honestly, not we shouldn't even have vacation days. But we're going political now. But I don't think we should have vacation days. I think we should just be like, you know what, I don't feel like coming, or you know what, I have my kids' vacation now. I'm just gonna go take a break, or I want to visit Europe this month. Like like unlimited vacations, but like true unlimited vacations where You are an adult, you are a human being, and you can decide what is best for yourself. And you are encouraged to put your needs as high as you need them to be. 4-day work weeks, great. I wish I could do that. But at the same time, I think I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to just because of all the back and forth I have to do. We only have one car, so I carpool everyone. So, but I also don't want to buy a second car. Honestly, I don't feel like it's worth it. I just want to work from home every day and not have to worry about anything. Next year, my kid is gonna take the bus, so I don't have to. I'm just gonna be working from home and not even getting out of bed. I'm just gonna take my laptop with me, work from my bed, and go to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, 4-day work week or 4.5-day work week or whatever. But you shouldn't have to take a pay cut, honestly. I would, yeah, I guess I would take a pay cut if I didn't have all these expenses. Like it cost me like $100 a month to park at the parking garage where I work. And they also have this thing because it's like not just, it's also businesses and things like that. Where it's like if you stay less than 3 hours, because it's free, but then it goes up to $16 a day if you stay there more than 6 hours. And my wife works like down the street from me, so I just leave in the middle of the day and come back and don't pay parking. And they're like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "Dude, like I can't. If I have to go and work on site, and my wife is down the street from me, I'm gonna go and eat lunch with her. Okay? I don't care about your parking." Plus, if I stay the whole day, like honestly, it would cost me $3 a day to go there. And it's different topic again. But yeah, I think if we all work from home, the world would be a better place. First of all, you wouldn't have to talk to people. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I would work from home permanently. That give whatever you spend on having an office for me, right? Because I was looking in Boston, it costs about like $1,600, so $1,600 to have an on-site employee. Like we're talking expenses for like the square footage, for the rent. We're talking about electricity and water and facilities and heat and all that stuff. It's like, look, if you're gonna pay $1,600 for me to be in the office, how about you just give me? If I'll take $200, right? Cover internet, electricity while I'm working from home. Maybe every now and then buy myself a nice little desk or chair or screen or whatever. I don't know. I don't know why companies don't want it. And yeah, that it's amazing. I could see some professions where you would not want to work from home. Like I work for an apparel company, so really when you make a shoe, right, when you have the sample and you have to work on it with other people and you have to touch the physical product, yes, then it becomes very difficult to work from home for these designers. Like your shoe, you can't really ship. If you have a team of 100 designers, you can't ship each of them a box of shoes so that they can work from it on it remotely, right? Um, and like the 3D printed um, versions of the shoes, also, you can't really do that. You can just 3D print like one per designer and be like, "Do you like it?" So yeah, yeah, there are jobs that are not really remote friendly. But if every job who could go remote went remote, I think CO2 wise we would be better off, and commute wise, like everybody who has to go in the office will have a much better commute. So yeah, that's my little rant on going to the office to warm up the seats. Because yeah, my job is 1,000%. It's like, what is it, 100,000% remote. Yeah, I mean the people I work with are in Europe, so already like the only office I would need to go to work with my coworkers would be in Europe, which I'm going to do for a few months this year. We still have to arrange the whole trip and how this will work and the goals and the time, and because Germans love their vacations as they should, and we need to make sure that I don't go there and they're all on vacation for a whole month. So yeah, I'm terrified of driving in Germany. I don't. I'm sure I'm gonna make it, but driving in a foreign country is terrifying to me. Even France, actually, I'm even scared of going to France this summer and driving, because I mean, I've been there, I learned to drive there, and I know the roads there. But yeah, yeah, yeah. When you have if you can work with coworkers like halfway around the globe, then clearly you don't need to be in person. Can I be your mentor? I'm not gonna say no, but all I'm gonna say is I don't know what a mentor does. uh, Good night. Have fun, and maybe see you tomorrow if I do the stream, or otherwise see you on Monday when I do the machine learning in PowerShell. But yeah, I don't know what a mentor does, honestly. Like I would love to, but I don't know. I don't even know. I never had a mentor myself. Um, Never talked about mentors or anything. So I can give it a shot. I can't promise that I'll be a good mentor. Like I'll do my best. How about that? Yeah, I just I mean if you can explain to me what you're looking for, or how it would usually work, the whole mentor mentee thing would work, let me know. But I don't know. It's completely foreign concept to me. So uh, all right, I'm gonna stay 7 minutes because it's almost bedtime, and I just like round numbers on this. But oh yeah, I'm sure mentoring people is truly an honor and privilege, and I'm sure it impacts the lives of so many people. Um, like I said, it's a foreign concept to me. Um, I don't know how this relationship works. You're already mentoring people on your YouTube channel, but sharing career information by sharing career information and tips. Yeah, I guess, but it's less, one on one, direct to like what are your personal needs. I don't know. It's terrifying. All these professions that are an honor to do are terrifying. Teacher is terrifying. YouTube is terrifying. So yeah, sure. I'll mentor anyone. I will promise that I have no idea what I'm doing, and that at least at the beginning it won't be rough. You know. So um, but yeah, DM me on. They used to be DMs on YouTube, but what is it? What is my? I don't even know what my Twitter handle is. I have Twitter. You can. I mean, that's my same name on LinkedIn. What is my Twitter handle on Twitter? Carol, it's my same name. Okay. I can't even spell my last name. My first name. That's my handle on Twitter. I think my LinkedIn is like Carolyn Carey, right? So just feel free to message me, anyone, really, as long as you're not trying to sell me stuff. Um, yeah. And that's my LinkedIn. So yeah, feel free to message me in either of those. We can set up regular calls and all that. And we can see where that goes, and if I'm even a good fit for you, uh, I think it's really something you have to be. Um, yes, I remember. I remember that comment. I remember that. Yep, on the Trans Day of Visibility or whatever. Yeah. Look at you. How are you doing? Is it time for bed? Yeah, dear me, and same for anyone who's on that stream and is like, "Hey, I'd like you to mentor me." Like, again, I mean, this if I have time and if we're a good fit, I think I have no problem helping people. Um, that's kind of why I started the channel to start with. So, you know, I'll learn. I'll be better, and it will help me create content. So I think we'll all win, I guess. So anyway, the dog is telling me it's time to go to bed. So that being said, even though it's not an hour and 30 minute stream, um, we're gonna go to bed, right, Lynn? Bed? I wanna go to bed. You wanna go to bed? You're happy about that? All right. Thank you, everyone who came. Thank you, everyone who made it this far, and everyone who's interacting with this content and all the content I make. Um, helps me, help you, and I really appreciate all the support that everyone is giving me. And maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow. Who knows? All right. Good night, everyone. De rien.